steppers here on CameraBoy TV, where you get to meet your smart, talented, productive entrepreneur, profit-oriented, and achiever. Today, we will be bringing you one of the best Africa's only content writing agency, Sabi Writers. Stay tuned today because we are going to be having a whole amazing cruise here on Steppers.
My name is Chinonso Obuogu. I'm the founder of Sabi Writers, and I'm a stepper. So you're live at Sabi Villa. Sabi Villa is the headquarters of Sabi Writers. And like you know, Sabi Writers is a purely writing company that provides writing solutions to individuals, organizations, and government institutions. Beyond the writing company is a platform for young, smart writers in Africa to find expression for their gifts and calling. We are so excited of what we have built over the last 2 years. A lot of African stories are slipping through the cracks. For us, our mission is to tell the African story. What inspires me is that I have a compelling why, that when everybody is sleeping, I'm still grinding. So we work like crazy in Sabi Writers. Sabi Writers is a writing company, is Africa's, call it wholly writing company that provides writing solutions to individuals, organizations, and government institutions. But beyond just writing, is a platform for young writers in Africa to find expression for their gifts. So what we do in Sabi Writers is purely providing writing solutions to our clients. So whatever the writing needs, say you want to write a book, you want to write a business plan, you want to write a proposal, whatever the writing need, we have a team of young, smart, very passionate writers who can take the burden off you and then of course leave you with a happy smile. There is a popular saying that the reward for hard work is harder work. Okay. So that statement is a fallout to how much value we have given to our clients and then how much referrals they give at the end of the day. People coming wanting us to do more jobs for them. So when we say an average writer in Sabi Writers handles about 4 to 5 projects, it's not a myth, it happens because we'll handle large amounts of writing. So you see an average writer handling like 3 books at the same time, 4 books, 5 books, because we are the only company that have been able to build a system and structure around the whole idea of writing. So yes, it happens, but one of the things that make us not to feel overwhelmed is, like I said, the systems and the structure we have built. But that statement is actually the reality of how we work here in Sabi Writers. And there's this popular saying that the Sabi Writers staff put forward, and they tell you if you come to Sabi Writers, you must have what they call bandwidth. You must have the bandwidth to be able to deal with such large amount of jobs. For us, our mission is to tell the African story. A lot of African stories are slipping through the cracks. So it is easier to find stories, case studies of people who have done great things from the West. So what about our African story? What about that woman that worked so hard just from selling something on the street and was able to raise leaders in her home? Somebody should tell that story, and that is what we are all about, being able to democratize the African story. We have written books on marriage, we have written books on widowhood, we have written books on business, security, so just name it. But our success has been anchored on being able to understand our clients, enter their minds, and then give birth to what they have already in their head, but not having the time to execute. The success of Sabi Writers is purely anchored on the sweat and effort and dedication of young people. An average writer, we're a very young team. Okay. Sabi Writers is less than 2 years, but we have done so much in 2 years that you begin to wonder. Staff in Sabi Writers, the talent is that they are very young people who came from different parts of Nigeria, sacrificed all they did because they wanted to be part of a culture or a platform where their core gift and passion find expression. Okay. Our hiring process has been, we don't follow the convention. Okay. As long as you are passionate, as long as you have the right attitude and you're willing to learn, Sabi Writers has provided that home for you as a young writer to find expression for your gift. Like you said, yes, writing has been commonized, for a long period of time. So what we are trying to do now is to change the narrative, is to be able to say, even as a young writer, you can build a career in writing. You can be like, the lawyers, the bankers, building a career, and you're growing in, that your career ladder, and you're seeing your life transformed, not because you have to do it, but because you love what you're doing. So you show up every day at work giving your best. So, our culture is, one of the most exciting cultures you can ever find as far as startup world is concerned in Africa. And we are proud about it. Have we made mistakes? Are there areas we need to improve upon as a company?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. We are still learning on how to engage our staff better. We are still learning on how to improve, their mindset, their capacity to do more. We are also learning how to, give them more expression so that they can even try new things. Our vision is to be able to, like I said, tell the African story, whether it's in politics, whether it's in business, whether it's in religion, whether it's in, entertainment, whatever the case may be, as long as it's the African story. Okay. So if you go to one of our facilities, there's a particular room where we represented the entire 54 African countries on our wall, and we call it Sabi Wall. The whole idea of that wall is to be able to communicate that we're a Pan-African focused company. We just want to tell the African story. So whether it's politics, whatever the niche, we deliver quality writing for our clients. Yeah. When you run a company where you have human talents investing their time, their energy to deliver value to you so that you can deliver value to the clients, the best you can ever do is to ensure that the workspace where they operate from, is convenient for them to vegetate and create the kind of results that you and them will be proud of. Anything in life that has to do with creating something from nothing, the whole process is challenging, whether it's the ideation phase or whether it's the brainstorming phase with the team, whether it's the prototyping phase or whether it's the actual execution. They all come with their own distinct challenges, right? So I can't say this one is more challenging than the other, but for me, the whole challenge, that the combination of the entire challenges is what actually propels you to be better at what you do, for you to learn more, and of course for you to expand your capacity to create better value. What inspires me is that I have a compelling why, that when everybody is sleeping, I'm still grinding. So we work like crazy in Sabi Writers. Like, we work like crazy. If you have a very poor work ethics, you can't survive here. Max, you can stay here 2 months. You on your own will realize that I can't be here because everybody's grinding. And the reason why they grind is that we have a big why. So if you ask any of my staff, they just have this sense of we're building something that is meaningful. So we have this phrase that we always, recite, and the phrase is let's keep building, let's keep building, let's keep building. So you go upstairs, you see a sign on the wall that says let's keep building. The whole idea behind that statement is let's keep building something that will change Africa. Let's keep building and creating jobs. Let's keep building and telling the African story. Because when we do that, then we can comfortably say that our big why has been fulfilled. The beauty of Sabi Writers is in the entire work, in the entire, the people, the ideas, the systems, the processes that we have built. So Sabi Writers started from my bedroom. Okay. The very beginning was that when I finished my first degree, I had to move. I was living with my parents in Ajegule, and then we moved down to. I decided to move to Enugu to start my life. Typical of a young man, first son. You want to get things started and on your own. I left and went back down to Enugu and stayed for like 3-4 years. Doing something else, and nothing was working. I struggled, and at some point I said no. I was sliding into depression, and I packed my bags at some point. I said, you know what, I'm done. And came down to Lagos with nothing. Like a dime was not in my pocket. I came back to Lagos confused, sick, and of course broke. And it was up to me to build my life all over again. Started doing a few things until we stumbled across Sabi Writers. And of course I had to start from somewhere. Started from my bedroom. I'm a very gifted writer, so I started from what I had. Started writing from my bedroom, and then we grew, gracefully. I have one of my friends here who has always been there from day one. He's currently the head of operations, and I can say categorically that without him, Sabi Writers will not be what it is today. He sacrificed everything, left MTN to be part of Sabi Writers, and today we are building together. So we started from my bedroom, and then we grew with one staff, moved to my sitting room. Back then, I remember this funny joke, but it was real, but now it sounds like a joke. So back then when I was using my sitting room for my office, if you called me when I was in my sitting room, I will tell you that I'm in my office.
Okay.
If you call me when I'm in my bedroom, I'll tell you that I'm at home. So if you call me while I'm on the passageway, I'll tell you I'm either going to the office or I'm going home. So, that was how it was. And then from there we grew, and this is where we are today. And I'm so proud, because it was not based on my own efforts, but the efforts and the sweat of young people who are passionate about our purpose. And right here is Sabi Villa. This is the boardroom, the small boardroom. And of course, we have workstations where our writers operate from. We have the editorial department, or what we call the quality control unit, where most of all the quality checks are done. Of course, and then we'll have operational departments. So a lot of things that happen here is just geared towards one major objective: to be able to provide our client with the best writing solution ever. So if you come to our facility, we ensure that it's home for everyone, especially for our staff, and we ensure that it's fun. So sometimes when you come here, you may even consider that this place is not supposed to be a quote-unquote workplace. Why? Because we laugh a lot, we play a lot, and we just want to be happy. So if you see some of us playing, you see some of us laughing, don't assume that we don't do our jobs. These guys work themselves under the table.